Josephine first had an epileptic fit at boarding school.
I woke up one morning, there's no electricity. I went to the bathroom to bathe, but I was shaking. All of a sudden I fell in the bathroom.
At first, she thought she had just fainted. Then it happened again at home. She woke up. She went out to talk to mom, and that is where she fell down. Her whole body would shake. She would bite her tongue, and sometimes her teeth, she would grind her teeth so hard, and you would also feel it. And if she would be near anything like a hard surface, she would really get hurt.
That's very scary because when I got up, even I had some wounds on the body. The whole tongue was beaten. I had no energy to do anything, just feeling sleepy.
It was very scary for the family.
It was scary because my mom, we had never seen that. So for the first time, my mom even cried a lot and said, "What is this?" She thought that they were bewitches, things from the family.
I feel so bad because the fact that you can't explain what is happening, you don't know what to do, you don't know what can happen. All the time you're expecting it might happen. Those days we didn't know, so she used to be very fragile. Her friends were frightened, and this made her sad.
Some of my friends ran away from me. They thought that I was bewitched before.
Medication can help control epilepsy.
And if someone gets treatment early enough, the fits are likely to be controlled or at least be reduced, and the functioning can be maintained. So you need to give hope to the parents. And once you give hope, and maybe once they get treatment, you'll find that maybe once the patient is improving, they'll give hope to the patient, to the client, and there will be hope for the family as well. And even the community, they will be encouraged. So information is very, very critical in this particular case.
Some people think that epilepsy is due to witchcraft. They think it's contagious, so it brings a lot of stigma in society. Many times people don't come to seek help simply because they have that stigma, they have negative myths about it, they even treat people differently. Many of them are kept behind in the courtyards, kept away from people. Some are locked up in houses because they don't want the public to see that this family has a child with epilepsy.
Many people turn to traditional healers, but epilepsy cannot be cured by them or by the witch doctors.
But there are some people who believe that herbs work. But I remember interacting with a group of traditional healers a few years ago, and they all agreed that epilepsy is difficult to treat with herbs. And of course, people have also believed that maybe they can pray and somebody gets healed, but have not seen one who has been healed of epilepsy through prayer.
When a child gets a seizure, sometimes they fall down, sometimes they don't fall down. They rhythmically start to jerk. The eyes roll up and they produce saliva and they are unconscious in that state. When somebody is in an attack, they should get them to lie on the side, cushioned by their hand so that they don't damage the head. And they shouldn't put these objects in the mouth because these can, in the end, cause more damage. And then this child is left to have a seizure. It normally lasts less than 5 minutes. And after that, the child will go to sleep. But immediately this seizure is up, they have to carry this child to a health worker for treatment. So it's not witchcraft, it's not a lizard, it's a medical condition that requires to be treated.
It's important to go to hospital and get treatment as soon as possible.
The more the fits, the more the brain damage. And therefore, if this child is getting more fits and the brain gets damaged, certainly, yeah, it is a loss on the part of the parent, on the part of the child. Over 70% of patients with epilepsy, when they get treatment and they comply to it, their fits are controlled. Although there is also a small percentage, maybe 20, 30, they remain with the fits despite the treatment.
There are only a few things that children with epilepsy shouldn't do.
A child with epilepsy does not swim. We don't know when the attack can be. They don't drive. They do not climb trees. Even fetching water from the wells. If a child has epilepsy, he has to be supervised cooking.
Children can have a normal life if diagnosed early.
I really encourage people not to waste time. Once they have identified that the child has epilepsy, they should immediately go to hospital. Sometimes people waste time going to traditional healers, witch doctors, herbalists, old pastors, and the illness is growing. So I really encourage people, once they have identified the child has such a condition, go immediately to the doctor. Let the child start treatment. So the earlier they start treatment, the chances of recovery are high. Yeah. Children with epilepsy, they can achieve just like other children. If they're on treatment, they'll stabilize, they'll be able to go to school, they'll even get good grades, they can even study up to university, they can even become professors. So, if they keep on treatment.
So we tried Butabika Hospital. That's where our doctors told us it was epilepsy. They gave us some medicine to try, and now I'm numb.
What do you think is helping her to get better?
The care for the dad, yeah, the medication, yeah. He visits here every day. Yeah, she's getting on, and we believe she's going to perform well, and she'll go to the university to do a better course. Yes, she's getting better because of the medication.
My life is as usual, as I used to be. I stay with my friends, I read books. Since the medicine has increased the dose, I've never got an attack, and I don't hope to get it again.